Denver 8 TV, your city, your source.
Thanks to everyone for coming this morning. We're talking about kids this morning and the health of our children, and we're very happy to have some new partners in this effort. I'm Doug Linkhart, Executive Director of the Department of Environmental Health. I'm joined by many of the staff from Environmental Health. One of our missions is to look out for the well-being of not only adults but children. And we just put together a plan, in fact, a 5-year plan. One of the goals of that plan is to reduce childhood obesity, because that's a growing problem in Colorado. Although we're one of the healthiest states in the country, we are seeing a growing obesity problem among children. We're working with child care centers throughout the city and schools, and also our partners at Denver Health and the Office of Children's Affairs and elsewhere, to put this program together over the next 5 years to reduce obesity. And one of the key indicators within the obesity area is the child care arena, where we can really truly bring about healthy starts for children, healthy eating, active living in child care centers. And that's what we're here to talk about a little bit this morning, is a new partnership grant opportunity from the U.S. Conference of Mayors, funded by the American Beverage Association. So we're very proud to be a recipient of this recognition. There are only 6 cities in the entire country that are receiving this grant, and we're happy to have with us this morning someone from the American Beverage Association who talk a little bit about their program. David Thorpe is Senior Director of Governmental Affairs with American Beverage Association, recently relocated here to Colorado about a year ago, so we're glad to have him as a local. So I want to introduce David, and he'll talk a little bit more about their program. David?
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Mayor Hancock. The American Beverage Association is a proud partner with the U.S. Conference of Mayors in a multi-year national grant program focused on supporting local initiatives that teach kids about healthy, balanced lifestyles in an effort to prevent and reduce childhood obesity. These Childhood Obesity Prevention Awards support innovative programs such as Denver's Healthy Childcare Makes a Healthy Start program. This local program provides childcare providers and parents the tools they need to incorporate lifelong habits in children at an early age that combine healthy eating and active lifestyles. The beverage industry is proud to support this local program to focus on educating children and families about the importance of balancing calories and regular physical activity as a way to achieve a healthy, active, and balanced lifestyle. The American Beverage Association and the nearly 3,000 beverage employees throughout Colorado from local companies including Swire Coca-Cola USA, Pepsi Beverages Company, Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, and others are pleased to support Mayor Hancock and Denver's Healthy Child Care Makes a Healthy Start program, which will have a lasting impact on our local children and our community. We're proud to support this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David, and thank you so much for honoring us with this recognition. So usually when people introduce the mayor, they say he needs no introduction. That's because he's well known, but I want to mention a focus of his that needs no introduction, which is his focus on children. Throughout the campaign, the mayor prioritized children's issues, and in bringing on Lindsay Neal as director of the Office of Children's Affairs, indicated his passion about this issue. He's also chair of the Education Committee for the U.S. Conference of Mayors and has put more money into child care. So this is a very appropriate venue for the mayor to talk a little bit more about the healthy eating, active living side of child care and how that fits in with our overall effort to make Denver the best place for children. Mayor Hancock?
Thanks, Doug. So let me thank Doug Linkard, who is doing an absolutely tremendous job as leader of our environmental health department here in the city of Denver. Let me also thank David Thorpe from the American Beverage Association and the U.S. Conference of Mayors. Crystal will speak in just a moment, but let me thank both of those organizations for their very generous support in awarding Denver this very generous grant. I also want to acknowledge my predecessor, one of my good predecessor who now works with the American Beverage Association. We stand in his namesake. He is the Wellington Webb, so that you all know that. But our former Mayor Webb is here. Former Mayor of Denver, Wellington Webb, is here. I want to acknowledge you as well. Good friend. He is flanked by Councilman Paul Lopez, who I'm going to speak about in just a moment. But Councilman Lopez represents one of the districts that we want to target as part of this effort, and our overall effort to combat obesity with our young people. And I can't say enough about his partnership and willingness to work with the administration to figure out how we can get young people off to a better start in their lifetimes as young people, 3 or 4-year-olds. So what happened here is that recent studies in Colorado, they stated that Colorado is one of the 3 states nationwide where obesity rates have actually increased. Now, we're not used to that. We're known as one of the fittest states in the nation, if not the fittest state in the nation. So to see obesity rates increase means that we need to get back to work and educating our young people about healthy lifestyles and healthy eating. And data from Denver Public Schools shows that 31% of our kids in 2012 and 2013 school year had body mass indexes that exceeded those of a healthy weight. And for this reason, combating childhood obesity is one of the city's top goals for our youth. My children's cabinet has been working diligently to ensure collaborative effort across the city to encourage our young people to eat healthy, to act healthy, to be more active, so that they can have healthy futures as our kids and adults in our city. It is also a focus of the city's recently completed 5-year community health improvement plan, where we have a goal of increasing the percentage of children who are at a healthy weight by 2018. Now, Healthy Child Care Makes a Healthy Start is one of the many programs we've launched to improve the kids' health for the future. This program will focus initially on 5 to 10 pilot child care centers in Council District 3 that is represented by Councilman Lopez, because according to Denver Public Schools, in 2011-2012 school year, 39% of the children ages 3 to 18 in this area of town were overweight or obese, higher than any other council district in the city. And so, Councilman Lopez, we are bright to partner to combat this trend. And by focusing on school-age children before food and exercise behaviors are firmly established, this project will aim to impact children at an age when they are most receptive to change. When we become adults like us, we are less receptive to change. We don't want to get up, we don't want to exercise, and I'm used to eating that fried food, and so I'm going to keep doing it. And after getting kids to eat healthy, we have to get them active as well. And so that's why, under the leadership of Lindsay Neal and people like Aaron Brown of Denver Parks and Recreation, we developed a concept called My Denver Card. And today, some 47,000 school-aged children in Denver have signed up for My Denver Card. Now they have free access to all recreation centers, all swimming pools in the city and county of Denver. So we want to keep them active in their lifestyles as well. In all, this has been about preparing our kids to succeed in the future and to be healthy in their lifestyles and be actively engaged. It's exciting to see what we can do here in Denver with our city and the community partners, but even more exciting when you see a nationwide effort about improving the lives and the health of our kids. So once again, let me thank the U.S. Conference of Mayors, the American Beverage Association. I was proud to stand at the U.S. Conference of Mayors Conference and accept this award on behalf of the Department of Environmental Health, Doug Linkard and his team, and the people of Denver. Thank you all very much.
I mentioned the mayor's leadership in the U.S. Conference of Mayors, and that's really what brought about this grant. We had talked to former Mayor Webb some time ago about our interest in healthy eating and active living, and he'd been working with the U.S. Conference of Mayors from the American Beverage Association. But little did we know that Mayor Hancock would also take such a leadership role in that U.S. Conference of Mayors. With us today, I want to introduce Crystal Swan, who is Assistant Executive Director of the U.S. Conference of Mayors. Crystal?
I'm a little shorter than these guys. Thank you very much. I will keep my remarks very brief. I'm with U.S. Conference of Mayors, which is the national organization for the nation's mayors. We have a saying there. We have many sayings about mayors, but this is the one I can say publicly. Mayors are the doers. Mayors are the ones you go to when you want something to get done. So when the American Beverage Association came to the Conference of Mayors and we talked about what we could do together, there was nothing greater than helping our nation's children. So far, after 3 years, we've given out nearly $900,000. This prize is our largest prize, so I'm very excited to award it to the City of Denver. Understand, this is a competitive process. Every city submits an application. They go through an external review panel that are outside of us, and they make a decision. And I'm happy to say the City of Denver was a unanimous choice. They picked that, and we moved on to the second place. So I'm very excited and congratulate Mayor Hancock and the City of Denver on their first prize of $150,000.
Denver 8 TV, your city, your source.